Okay, so the extension is what's easier to learn, and this is the extension, just like this. And then when you come back, bring your leg behind you, this is extension. Well, I guess if you come back, this is the flexion. Flexion, you're kind of crunched. These are your back muscles, and this is the flexion. So you should be able to do this first. And it's not that the leg is that important. The back is arching, the back is flattening or flexing forward. Your lower back arches here, and here you're kind of tucked. Something like that. And so I guess the front leg is it's also true, but when you, in other words, when you bring the front leg forward, you're arching, and then what happens is, in theory, if I were to bring this leg back, I guess I'd pull it back, but it might be easier just to start off with a walking. So when you arch, you're allowing this front leg to keep moving forward. So this is the arch. You think of it like you have to arch in order to enable the leg to go forward. So every step is just arch. But then after that, it's a flexion and arching again. So the flexion part is made real simple. Here you're arched. What you're going to do is you're going to pretend like this here is a hand. And you'll understand in a second. Because suppose that you're holding onto a rope with your hands and you're pulling yourself forward just like this. You're actually pulling backwards to make you go forward. That's why it's so awkward. You're pulling yourself forward like this. Except for your hand is right here, this is your hand. So with every step here, as you do this, it pulls you forward. It pulls you forward. It's hard to do it just with one step. But here, this part goes forward, but then when you get to the flexion part, it actually comes backwards, which is strange because you're trying to move forward, you're moving backwards, but because your left foot's on the ground, you're pulling yourself forward. Your hand here pulls backwards, but because your left foot's on the ground, it pulls you forward. And I can just do a few steps just because of the video. So this is just the walking. Flexion pulls you forward. When you're doing this motion here, the mistake people make is thinking that their back leg is important, that they have to, bring their leg forward. You don't have to worry about your back leg. It's your torso that pulls you forward. Your back leg is more getting dragged forward. And so here, and you're going to just pull yourself forward as if this is a hand pulling backwards and it pulls you forward. And so just to review, you're going to just practice just a few times. Flexion. Flexion. Just to get the feel that the torso is arched and the torso flexes. And for the basic rhythm, when you're going to practice walking and you're going to learn the flexion part, don't worry so much about the extension part. At the same time, that takes a long time to get to do back and forth real quick. But you're going to just practice pulling yourself, pulling yourself, pulling yourself. I'll try to do it real slow. You're going to practice pulling yourself. Now you're arching again, but who cares? Pulling yourself. Pull yourself forward. And what pulls you forward? It's your stomach muscles pull you forward. Stomach muscles pull you forward. And that's basically the flexion half of the walking rhythm. That's good.